Yo, it's Deuces back with another episode of Inside Onyx, the series that covers strategies, philosophies, and game mechanics in Halo Infinite. Today we are talking about Oddball, how to play off the ball, how to hold the ball effectively, and when to rotate. Let's hop right in. Personally, Oddball is my favorite competitive game mode to both play and watch. Each round comes with a tug of war of forming and breaking setups, usually at the mercy of power weapons causing huge momentum swings. The core mechanics of Oddball are simple, and most maps play in a similar way. Typically, you have two strong setup locations where long holds can take place as the ball is heavily guarded and requires a very organized push to break. When these setups break, the ball remains in the same place typically. We'll talk about how to avoid this later, and the pushing team gains control of the ball for their own setup. Some maps will have a third location where the setup is more vulnerable but allows the team holding the ball to play it off the map for a reset. This gives the team that just lost control a better chance at fighting for the new ball before the opposition can form their own solid setup. Again, we'll cover this more later. Let's start with the most common position a player can be in, off ball. When you are off ball, you should be doing one of three things: playing for a power weapon or power up, holding an angle or position in a defensive setup, or pushing in coordination with your team to break a setup. Let's break down what a solid setup would look like. In a defensive setup on recharge with the ball in turbine, players should be holding down top or bottom BR, C plat, and top glass to force spawns at whirlpool and elevator. Top glass can see crosses into BR or Mingler pit, and C plat can see crosses into orange pipes or batteries. This setup is not bulletproof and relies heavily on team shotting, playing your life, and sometimes just flat out winning 1v1s. As the off-ball players in this setup, you will want to be holding those angles and power positions. Maybe make a play for camo if you are able to find a few kills, but otherwise keep team shooting and let your ball carrier know when to play the ball. The ball carrier also has a job. He needs to be peeking blue pipes and bottom BR, ready to make a call out, drop the ball for a fight, and most importantly, play the ball off the map when the setup finally breaks. Sometimes there is no out of bounds area to play the ball into. In this case, it is critical that you throw the ball into an area that is very exposed. This will act as a reset as the enemy team will have to put themselves in a vulnerable position to regain control. Let's talk about rotating the ball. We will set up a scenario on Livefire where you are holding the ball C tower and the enemy team is flying at and winning the fresh overshield that just spawned. You likely won't win the team fight if you stay. You could play the ball off the map, but they would quickly snag the reset ball. So instead, let's rotate over to Nest side. Move the ball like you were running a flag. Our goal is to quickly get to back green so we can milk extra time and give ourselves a chance to play the ball if we need to. Now let's say the ball is set up back green and our teammate in Nest dies from C. This side is now wide open. Let's throw the ball into garage and try to rotate into an A setup. This is the general idea of rotations. You move the ball away from your weak side before you entirely lose your setup. Deciding whether or not to play or rotate the ball is a skill you will develop as you play more games and analyze your decisions in those matches. Speaking of analyzing gameplay, I've started doing live analysis on my Twitch channel every weekend, so check me out there to brainstorm game theory or ask questions. Those VODs will get highlighted and posted to this channel as well, so subscribe to see more of that content. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.